Water from toilets, kitchens, washing machines. For the last 17 years, Manuel Martinez has been watering his 22 hectares of orange trees with the town's wastewater.
This is the area which has been watered, all the area that you see here. We call these cercones. It's the area where the roots are and where a pipe waters them drop by drop at a rate of 4 litres an hour. Here, every tree has 6 watering points.
10% of the water that irrigates this land comes directly from wastewater, a vital resource in a region hit by drought. Murcia gets 350 millimetres of rain a year, the lowest amount in Europe.
This water has got one advantage. It comes with the guarantee that we can have it all year round. And in the end, it's all the different water from different sources that allows us to survive.
A few kilometres away, the neighbouring purification plant purifies soiled water through a specialist treatment. In the region's 100 plants, the wastewater is cleaned up using active carbon and ultraviolet rays to make it suitable to irrigate the fields.
The ultraviolet treatment uses lamps that emit long-wave radiation that damages the microorganism's DNA. When the microorganism's DNA is damaged, they can't reproduce, and they die.
The idea of reusing wastewater can be off-putting, but Pedro Simon says it's perfectly safe.
For it to be a problem for people, you would have to eat 300 kilos of lettuce a day, which means the danger is really minimal.
In Murcia, 98% of wastewater is recycled for agricultural use, a record in Europe. But some people want to go further still. In Lorca, they're testing a new idea. As well as the usual recycled wastewater, the farmers receive part of the water used at the town's 9 tanning factories. Every day, the tanning process requires 220 cubic metres of water. The lion's share is consumed by these gigantic washing machines where the dye is added.
The water that comes out of the drums is filtered to get rid of any solid matter. That's the leather that has dissolved once the process is finished.
But the most toxic product remains, the chromium used to preserve the animal's skin. To reduce its concentration, Pedro disinfects the water with chemicals before a final treatment at a purification plant.
We can only expel up to 5 ppm of chromium in the water. The water that comes out of the tannery contains between 0.5 and 1 ppm. So we are well below what the law allows. And of course, there is a second treatment, which means if something remains in the water, the second treatment eliminates it completely.
Entirely eliminating chromium from the water is technically impossible, say the project's critics. By the River Guadalentín, the spokesman for the left-wing coalition in Lorca shows us where some of the wastewater from tanning factories has been discharged for some years. He argues even a second treatment doesn't clean up the water.
We've had a long experience here of the tanning industry. I worked in that industry, and I've seen a lot of colleagues die of cancer. If you don't get rid of chromium from the water, then in the end, you finish up contaminating everything. What they want to do is really odd. It's true that you're going to dilute it in more water, so it won't be as black, but it'll still be there.
A worry shared by many locals. A few hundred metres from their home, Carmen and her daughter Maria aren't happy about this brown water.
The thing is, wherever it ends up, it contaminates things.
And it gets into the food that we eat. I don't know why they keep flowing it in here, knowing it is so toxic and so bad.
If they don't manage to clean it up completely, they shouldn't be using it to water crops. But if they do clean it, then they should use it because we don't have enough water and it's very expensive.
The town's water operator says the pilot study will last several months with regular lab tests.